Welcome back to part 3 of our amazing reunion special. This queen has got a little bit more spice in their life, and for being so young, they made it pretty far in this competition. Give it up for Paprika!
Hey y'all, it's Paprika, Queen of the Spice Rack, Miss Oregano if you're nasty, and I'm here for the TDR reunion or some shit.
Paprika, you got off to a bit of a rocky start this competition, but you were very consistent during your middle game. You gave us more of the promising streaks that younger contestants like Bunny Darling did in Season 4. Referencing your age there, will you come back for All Stars 3 and maybe perhaps win? As you did show in your growth in this competition that you could make it towards the top 3.
First of all, thank you so much. I'm glad y'all saw potential in me. Coming into this, I thought, like, I'm gonna go home second. They're gonna be like, wow, teen queens are like shit. You know, Paprika's ugly. But I'm glad I did as well as I did, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed what I put out and saw potential in me. I'd love to do All Stars 3. Just hit me up when it happens. I don't actually like have a life or do things other than like drag. So just hit me up. I'll do it. I'll lose again.
Paprika, I want to know what your spiciness level is. So please tell me, is it, this air is too spicy, or is it, daddy, fuck me with a ghost pepper?
Well, on the spicy scale, I think I'm like a Taki, but like after your little cousin goes and opens the bag and like licks all the dust off of all of them, so it tastes like fucking like pneumonia and it's only like vaguely spicy, that's me.
Paprika, as a contestant who was competing in multiple online drag competitions at the same time, do you think you balanced them well?
Unlike, you know, Ebony and Phoebe, I wasn't in too consistently throughout this. In the first like week, I was in a YouTube race and then I got eliminated. I mean, I dropped out, but they edited me to be eliminated, shady cons. And then I didn't end up in another one until after I was eliminated. So like, I was only really in 2 for a week, and I really prioritized this one because like I've wanted to do TDR forever, and I had wanted to do TDR forever when I auditioned, so yeah, I feel like I balanced them well in that I was consistently putting out things I was proud of in both of them, but I definitely put this one over the other and ended up leaving the other one because I wanted to do this one more.
Paprika, you're such a talented comedian with charisma for days. Do you think that if you had translated some of your comedy into your looks, you would have done better, or are you proud of what you produced? Also, I see an attempt.
I've gotten this from a few people, and I think I'm funny. I'm glad people think I'm funny. I enjoy acting and comedy and performing, being, you know, gross and funny. But I don't think of myself as a comedy queen. I don't think of myself as, like, needing to be funny visually to be funny when I have to be funny or when I want to be funny. I like makeup and hair and drag and the visual aspect of it all, and I don't feel like I need to bring my comedy into that because, you know, I also really want to do cool visual things and conceptual looks like this one, and I definitely think that I'm proud of what I put out and that I don't really feel the need to be funny visually if I'm being funny in other ways.
Paprika, you really shone the brightest in acting challenges throughout this season, where your ability to create a look wasn't put under complete scrutiny. Which of the later challenges do you feel you would have most excelled at?
Well, I'm kind of upset I dropped out when I did, because the next few challenges were like, shit, I really want to do that. I think I would have killed the Clue one because I like acting and being dramatic and shit, and because I have a bunch of like vintage clothes and like tacky old lady jewelry. And I really wanted to do the makeover because, I mean, I think my mug is good. And the music video, whatever challenge would have been really fun because, I mean, I can't sing, but it looks like a good time.
This one is for Paprika from Anonymous. As a true baby queen, you were able to hold your own against the older girls for several weeks in a row. What was your drive to push through? And what happened with your elimination?
I didn't really think of like age as a thing with this. I thought maybe that, excuse me, people would have seen me differently because I was a teen queen and because I was coming from a different scene, but I didn't think of myself as like the only teen queen. I didn't think that was an advantage or a disadvantage, and my drive to keep going. I mean, I wanted to do TDR for a really, really long time, and I was having a good time, and I felt like it was helping me improve a lot, and that the critiques were helping me move my drag forward, and it was just a lot of fun. And as for my elimination, I kind of half dropped out, half just didn't submit because it was tech for a show I was in during the mini and I was barely able to do it. And the opening night was the day we got the challenge, and we didn't close until after the challenge was due, so I was barely at home, and I just didn't think I could do it, which is sad because I really wanted to do Snatch Game.
Anonymous wants to know, what other contestant were you closest to during the competition?
I was definitely closest to my girl Phoebe St. Jefferson. We're in a house called the House of Sobbing together. I had known her for a while before I did TDR, and no offense to the other girls, but like I felt closest to her and I really only talked to her throughout this. I wasn't active in the group chat or anything, and you know, I was only really close to or talked to the people I knew before, so whatever.
Anonymous wants to know, who from the competition would you kai-kai with? Ooh.
Well, this is an interesting question because I'm literally 4 years old. The only person who would be legal and acceptable to say for this is Clinker, but she looks like she smells bad, so I'm just gonna pass.
Anonymous wants to know, which judge was your favorite and which one gave the best advice?
My favorite judge was Lila fucking Millisum. She is my idol and one of my favorite people ever. As for like best criticism, even though every week I was like crying, posting on my spam account about how much Tony like hated me, I really feel like her critiques like pushed me to, you know, do better and bring my drag further. And even though I'm not wearing nails right now or pads, but I really feel like she helped me improve the most. And yeah, Tony helped me improve the most, but Lila is an icon and incredible and my idol and my favorite person ever, so yeah.
This one's from Anonymous. What would you have changed, if anything, during your time in the competition?
I wouldn't have dropped out, but I kind of had to. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with how I did. Whatever.
This anonymous asker does not have an actual question. They're saying, show something you didn't get a chance to wear during your time in the competition that you would have liked to wear.
Well, down here you can already see the hanger. I have this German barmaid costume. The skirt's supposed to tear away, but I haven't figured it out yet. My friend found this on a clearance rack at a thrift store and bought it for me because she thought it compromised my drag aesthetic really well. And yeah, and down here on my floor, because I'm really organized, I have this two-piece that I got custom ordered. I didn't wear it for the reunion. I kind of wanted to, but I liked this look and I need to film. It's got a little mesh top, and the skirt is fucking the prettiest fabric ever. This is really short. It basically flashes my asshole, but I'm here for it. I think it's cute, and if I had had these two items during my time in the competition, then I probably would have just, you know, worn the barmaid costume every week. Just every week. And I would have won.
Anonymous wants to know, whose team are you on for the finale?
Whose team are you on for the finale? Giselle DeJean. All I have to say for my closing words are, bitch, I see the attempt, and bring me back for Cycle 10 so I can lose again.
This queen is a saint, but she ain't no sinner. It's Phoebe St. Jefferson.
Hi, I'm Phoebe St. Jefferson, 5th runner-up of Tumblr's Drag Race Cycle 9, and I'm here at the reunion. I'm in my bedroom back in Austin, Texas, and there is absolutely no place to film this here, so this is what you get. The lighting in here is terrible.
Phoebe, the judges and I compared you to fan favourite and last Cycle's runner-up, Adrena Lynn, who similarly was a fan vote and was a fan favourite come her time in Cycle 7 and Cycle 8 as well. Do you believe you handled your time on TDR well, or do you wish to go back and change a few things? Like, maybe, potentially, I don't know. It's up to you.
Definitely. I think that Unlike Adrenaline, I picked the time to do Tumblr's Drag Race very poorly when I was in the middle of school and when I was doing a bunch of stuff. So doing it at the time was kind of a lot of stress that I probably could have done without. I don't know about the fan favorite thing. I don't know if I was fan favorite or anything, you know. I'm just little me sitting up in here in my bedroom doing some drags. But extremely competitive, absolutely. I don't do Instagram comps just to lose. But I do anyway. Anyway.
Phoebe St. Jefferson, we have been noticing you've been performing a hell of a lot lately. And I want to know, what advice would you give to those who are trying to step out of their bedrooms and perform and seek that spotlight for the first time?
So, you want to perform and get out of your bedroom doing races? Well, the best thing to do is to go to a drag show in drag. That is the number one mistake that I see people doing. Like, they'll go and they'll be like, I met Trixie Mattel, and then they'll be like, a boy? And I'm like, huh? Why did you do it as a boy? Like, if you're gonna meet, like, especially if, like, a big queen is coming in town, you should definitely go in drag because, like, one, Instagram picture, hello, and two, if you tag them in that Instagram picture, people will see you in drag, and then they'll be like, holy shit, this bitch is cool. So let's totally just follow her, you know, and then you get a following, and then you go to a club in drag, and then there's some busted girl on stage, and you look way better on her because you watch tutorials, and you are walking around, and everybody's like, ooh, who's that girl? What's her scene? And then everybody will be like, oh my god. And then person will go up to you, a queen will go up to you, and you'll start chatting, and then she'll be like, I'll get you booked in my club. Or, if you don't want to do any of those, a lot of the performances I have done have been with colleges. Because of Drag Race, every, like, LGBT, like, service thingy, shabab at schools have been, like, doing a bunch of stuff with drag because, drag is just fun. And everybody's seen the show, and everybody's like, oh my god, we gotta have, like, a drag thing. So, one of the performances I went to was actually Salem State University's gig, Raspberry Swirl, I think it's called. But, like, I went there, and then, like, I did, like, 2 performances at my school. So, like, schools will definitely, and they'll take anybody. Like, girl, like, if you've been doing drag for any time, you're gonna be, like, one of the pretty ones. So, don't even worry about it. You know, because, like, some of the people there are gonna be, like, people who are only doing drag just for that event. So they'll be like, oh, I want to try drag one time, I'll sign up. And then it'll be, like, their first time at drag, like, dancing on the stage. So, and you've been, like, not to, like, discredit their makeup skills, but, like, you're gonna be better than them because it's their first time. Remember how you were your first time? Like, damn. So, could you imagine? So, that's my advice.
Phoebe St. Jefferson, as a queen who has a natural sort of quirky charm about them, do you think your personality translated well to an online format, particularly the comedy/acting challenges in Tumblr's Drag Race?
Absolutely not. I think every video that I made, every comedy challenge, I performed very cringily. I was good. If you're into cringy humor, that's what I was good for this cycle. I definitely think I'm funny. I don't think I'm not funny, but, like, I just fucked up. Plain and simple. Like, most of the comedy challenges, like, I surprised myself because I was like, I'll skate by in the look challenges, and then the comedy challenges, I'll blow them all out of the water. And then complete opposite happened. I did way better in the look challenges than I thought I would, but I absolutely bombed every single comedy challenge. Like, there was only one comedy challenge that was safe, and that was the infomercial, and I deleted that shit because that had to go. I had to go. Girl, no. I will say, I do think I did well in week 3 challenge, but my dumbass, let me tell you, I'm blonde in real life, and it shows because my dumbass thought that everybody was gonna film, like, head to toe, so I ended up filming my whole shit, like, all the way back here, and it's like, ooh, these pads, girl, no. When everybody else filmed, like, right here, like normal people, and so you couldn't see what I was doing at all, so That was completely my fault. That was me being a dumbass, not my amazing acting chops that got me the bottom.
Phoebe St. Jefferson, having auditioned for Cycle 7, how do you feel your growth has been between then and Cycle 9?
I would say that's almost about 2 years since that happened, and clearly, like, my makeup's gotten better, like, my confidence with drag has gotten better. I try harder. I own a dress now. Yeah, I own dresses. They're over there. Wow. I own shit now. Literally, my Cycle 7, I'm surprised I was in the fan vote, because that was the only dress I owned. And it wasn't even mine, it was someone's prom dress. She took it back. I wonder if I can pay her for that dress again. It was cute, though. Everybody saw that dress and was like, yes ma'am, she's a threat. And then I would've went home week 1.
Phoebe. Oftentimes you found yourself falling into the shadows of the other girls, or completely standing out from them altogether. What did you learn from this experience, and what will you take away from the competition?
I think I learned that I met some amazing people. I learned that I'm really good at staying up all night hot gluing shit. And I learned that if I put my mind to it, I can do anything. I won a challenge. Like, I never win any challenges, ever. Like, I literally never win any challenges. The one challenge, I competed in like 3 Instagram races before this, and I won 1 challenge the entire time. And I made top 5, 6, and 3 on all of those, and I only won 1 challenge. So to win a challenge was like a big deal for me. I was like almost about to cry. So I definitely learned that I can do it if I put my mind to it, if I come up with a concept, and if I cave in and wear black. That's kind of what I learned, really. I did figure out that like a lot of my outfits have been revolved around like 3 colors. Like I'll pick 3 colors and then make an outfit out of it. I learned that I'm really good at that, and that usually works out really well for me. I also learned that Abby Lee Miller is a very bad choice for Snatch Game.
This is for Phoebe from Anonymous. Do you think you bit off too much doing multiple competitions at once? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
No. And I will tell you why. I think I bit off too much doing this competition altogether. But I do not believe doing 2 competitions at the same time was a mistake at all. I was very happy to have Ebony, or now Opal Essence, in the cast, because she was also in the same YouTube comp, which is Drag Showdown. Watch episode 2. Don't watch episode 1 because I flopped, but watch episode 2 because I slayed. I don't think that it was a big deal being in 2 competitions, because Drag Showdowns run very differently than Tumblr's Drag Race. Tumblr is very strict on their submission times, and Drag Showdown, if you ask for an extension, she'll give you one, because Crystal Ball does not want anyone to drop out, so she's just like willing to give anybody any extension that they ask for. So it's fun, but it'll be finished in 2019.
Anonymous wants to know, what other contestant were you closest to during the competition?
I'm immediately gonna say Paprika and Giraffes. I knew them before the competition. I am Giraffes' drag madre. Even though she doesn't do a single thing I tell her to. I actually, surprisingly, even though I bitch constantly about her winning every challenge, I actually got along with Lexi. I think like the first week, I don't remember what happened, but I was like, oh my god, Lexi, my best friend, like something like really stupid and bitchy like that. And then she was like, oh my god, Phoebe, my best friend. And then that kind of continued, so we're best friends now. And then I also think I got along with Daddy Dearest. We would message each other all the time about our looks and stuff like that. So I don't know if it was like close relationships or anything. Like it was kind of just like through like message. We weren't like Skype or anything, but like, you know.
Anonymous wants to know, who from the competition would you kai-kai with?
And bearded queens are everything, so Daddy or Judah. And Letha, ha 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 ha, gotcha bitch.
Anonymous wants to know, which judge was your favorite and which one gave the best advice?
Lila's my favorite judge because we're basically the same person. I'm a lot more talkative and louder than she is. And American. So she's my favorite, but conceptually wise, I think Tony gave the best advice because she knows what she's talking about as far as looks go. And she would be like, girl, that looks stupid. And I'd be like, fuck. Because I knew she'd right, because it's Tony. The other judges were nice too, but those are my 2. Those are, Tony and Lila were like my main, like, if I had like an issue or anything, I would be like, Lila, Tony, help me. And then it's like, If neither of them responded, then I'd probably go to Letha. And if none of them responded, I'd cry.
This one's from Anonymous. What would you have changed, if anything, during your time in the competition?
My Snatch game. And I know that's like a basic bitch answer because that was the one I was on call to, but okay, here's the story about my Snatch game and why I did Abby Lee Miller. So, my ass was on a Google Hangout call with Ebony Boss, now Opalescence, and we were talking about our infomercials. And she was telling me, like, oh, I'm going to sell my virginity, hee and, like, stuff like that. And then we were talking, like, I hope they don't have Snatch Game this season, because I suck at impersonating people. And then she's like, ooh, if I do Snatch Game, I'm going to do Abby Lee Miller. And now, I did not steal this idea. I swear to God, I did not steal the idea to do Abby Lee. I subconsciously thought Abby Lee Miller, for some reason. I was like, ooh, that'd be a really good Snatch Game idea. Like, I told Opal Ebony, I was like, ooh, that's a really good idea. You can make like a pyramid, you can say this, you can say that. I was like, yes, that's a really good idea. Oh, I wonder who I'm going to do. I'm going to do Tommy Lauren. So I sit there in my judges chat and I'm like, y'all, I'm going to do Tommy Lauren for Snatch Game. And then Tony's like, great. Someone's already doing that. I'm like, oh, fuck. So like, I went around. I don't know if this was allowed or not, but I did it anyway. I went around and I was like, hey, who are you doing for Snatch? To like try to like scope out the competition and see who the fuck is doing Tommy Lauren. And then like I asked Lexi that, and Lexi's like, I'm doing Tommy Lauren. I've had it planned for like weeks. I'm ready. I got the wig ready. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was not messing with the bitch who won like every single challenge. Like a bitch had like 4 stars. I was not messing with her and her Tommy Lauren. So I was like, okay, fine. Who can I do? I'll do Abby Lee Miller. And I wish I did Dolly Parton, because I suggested that in my chat, but then it was like between Dolly and Abby, and I didn't have the wig for either of them, mind you. I had literally no looks for either of them. And Lila's like, Phoebe, I really don't think you should do Dolly. I think you should do Abby. And then Tony was like, yeah, I can't do it, Tony. But anyway, so then I was like, okay, whatever. I'll do Abby, and then all my jokes were terrible. I don't blame the judges. I blame myself, because I should just listen to my own intuition, you know. What can you do except slay the lip sync as I do?
This anonymous asker does not have an actual question. They're saying, show something you didn't get a chance to wear during your time in the competition that you would have liked to wear.
I narrowed it down to 2. First, this incredible custom-made yarn wig. Like, hello, everybody needs a yarn wig, really. Like, look how sickening. Look, and I made this, like, last summer, and I didn't even bother to finish it. Like, there's a huge hole. But, like, still, it's, like, incredible. Like, could you imagine me lip-syncing back, turn me up? But, like, okay. Over there. And then this is designer. This is Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Basic bitches wear this just so I don't even bother. Anyway, this is designer. It is a crop top, and it says, Twerk Team Captain. You know, my white ass is gonna be the best twerker in all of TDR history. Like, shake that batted ass. Bam.
Anonymous wants to know, whose team are you on for the finale?
I'm on team anybody but Lexi, because I'm sick of people joining my races that I'm in and then winning every challenge and then winning the season. It's a true story. Every single race I join, there's one person who wins every single challenge and then wins the season. Superior Drag Race Season 3, Saini Lane, Bio Queen from like Sweden or something, won like 4 challenges and won the season. And then Season 2 of Lavender's Drag Race, Widow Weirdo, who we're still friends with, she's fierce. You should look her up on Instagram. She won like 5 of the challenges and then won the season. And then Superior Drag Race All-Stars versus Newbies, Vinyl Envy won 6 fucking challenges and then won the season. I'm sick of it. I've had it. Can I have one race where someone doesn't dominate? Like, come on. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me through this crazy competition. Thank you to all the fans who are actively following this shindig. Thank you to Brooke, a Wells Fargo lady young woman who watches this and I've met before, and I didn't know that she watched this, and I was a little embarrassed. But this was fun. It's been real. But it hasn't been real fun. Because this shit was hard work. Never again. Do not contact me for All Stars. I will say no. Bye, bitch.
God save this queen for having an amazing attitude and great creations in this cycle. Give it up for Marcella Fox.
Well, hello there. It's me, everyone's favourite Lip Sync for Your Life winner / TDR dropout, Marcella Fox. I'm here to answer some questions. Questions like, who is she and where did you find her? If you want to know the answers, then stay tuned.
Marcella. Hello. I like to point out that it's quite hard for a British queen, or for that matter, a foreign queen, like European, Australian. It's hard for a foreign queen to get this far in the competition, so I commend you for that, and congratulations for getting this far. I do feel as if it was kind of bittersweet that you didn't submit for the makeover, as the Final Four challenge was obviously the music video challenge, and your talents are video editing and lip syncing. Do you feel if you had time on your hands to do the makeover week, do you feel as if you would have slayed that last challenge? And also, do you think you would have become the 2-time winner of TDR and Lip Sync for Your Life?
It was always my plan to be the first person to win Lip Sync for Your Life and TDR. I definitely think I was capable of it, otherwise I wouldn't have auditioned. I think that if I had had the time to do the makeover challenge, I would have got through. And I would have done something really cool and amazing for the lip sync music video challenge. But then again, based on the judging, which was like the exact opposite to what I was expecting, I don't know how it would have gone, because clearly the judges were smoking crack that day. So I don't know, hopefully that was the plan.
Miss Fox, if you're nasty, I want to know, what advice would you give to those coming from a TDR background trying to transition into the format of Reddit Lip Sync for Your Life? Like, what are the best methods that they can take to be successful in that aspect of the internet?
My advice for Lip Sync for Your Life alumni who are interested in participating in TDR would be that TDR is a lot more time consuming than Lip Sync for Your Life. I knew that, and I still ended up dropping out for that reason. So you need to be prepared to dedicate time and put time aside for this competition, which you probably wouldn't have had to do.
Marcella Fox, as a queen who entered this competition as the most recent winner of Reddit's Lip Sync for Your Life, you had quite a reputation to uphold. Do you think those credits transfer to a competition that focuses more on other aspects of drag beyond lip syncing?
Okay, so obviously besides talent in both, drag and lip syncing respectively, I think that I have three discernible qualities that allow me to excel in both competitions. Those are that I'm very polished, I'm very consistent, and I'm always true to myself. So I think, that contributes a lot to the powerhouse that I think I am inside, if that makes sense.
Marcella, we never got a chance to see your huge lip-syncing talent. If you had your choice of one lip syncs to do from this cycle, which would you have done?
So every week we all have to do the lip syncs just in case we're in the bottom 2. So I've got like 8 lip syncs that you can just go onto my YouTube channel, they're public now, and you can watch them should you desire. My favourites would be Mona Lisa, The Fear, and Obsessed. And that is the one that I'm most proud of, because even though I don't really care for the song that much, doing Mariah as Posh Spice was so fun, and I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Marcella, how do you feel your participation in Lip Sync for Your Life before your participation in TDR benefited your performance in the competition? Do you feel that it hindered you in any way?
The competitions demand such different things. I was prepared, but I don't necessarily think that Lip Sync for Your Life was what prepared me for it. I guess that, if I'd never done LSFYL, I'd never have met the people that got me into TDR, so you could say that. And also I guess just doing drag every week, getting to that sort of habit probably helps in the long run.
This is from Spinfer for Marcella Fox. How does it feel not being able to show off your lip syncing skills to everyone who follows TDR and not follows LSFYL?
Lip sync for your life.
Well, on the one hand, it feels great because it means that I was never in the bottom two, but on the other hand, it is kind of what I'm known for. So, I mean, if you're wanting to know what all the fuss is about, then get over to Lip Sync for Your Life and watch season 4. That's got me, Paprika, Tony A. Ward, Lethal Injection, and the gift that just kept on giving, that is NPC. You've got nothing to lose.
Shalayla's Demise. This for Marcella. What was it like competing with Paprika again and being judged by two people that you also competed with on Lip Sync for Your Life?
Well, I never had any challenges with Paprika, and I'm not the most talkative on the group chat, so we haven't interacted a whole lot, but it was really nice to see Paprika when the cast was unveiled, and she just keeps getting better and better. So yeah, it's really good to see her. As for Tony and Letha, like, they don't really feel like judges, they just feel like my peers. Like, it never feels like they're above me, it's just like a really sort of constructive atmosphere.
This one's from Anonymous. For the quitters, how far do you think you would have made it? What challenges would you have excelled at? What would you have been your downfall later on? What lip sync would you have slayed? And who would you have liked to send home?
Jesus, that's 17 questions.
That's a lot of questions.
Have fun with that.
I think I would have made it to the end. I'd have really enjoyed the music video challenge, and I think I would have slayed it, but like I said, somehow Lexi and Sugar ended up in the bottom, and those were my top 2 that week, so I don't even know, but hopefully I would have killed it. My downfall would have been Royal Couture, because I'm not a sewer, I don't sew, sue me. I can do unconventional materials, because that doesn't involve sewing, that involves, like, when I did the plastic bag dress, I was tying handles together and stapling in between gaps. I can do that. The person who I'd have most liked to send home, I'm gonna say Annalise. Not that I have anything against her, she is clearly amazing. But like, a lot of the wins she had, and that this is like mains as well as minis, I mean minis as well as mains, I was like right next to her in second place. So on that level it would have been really satisfying. That's my answer. Do I think I was ready for this competition? As ready as I could have been without quitting work.
Anonymous wants to know, what other contestant were you closest to during the competition?
I'm quite an introverted person, so I don't really go out of my way to speak to people. That, plus I was the oldest contestant this year, and I am living in a completely different continent to most of the others. So those things combined, I didn't really speak to people as much as everyone else probably spoke to each other. But that said, the person who spoke to me the most was Lexi. And we have some good talks.
Anonymous wants to know, who from the competition would you kai-kai with?
None of them. Look, they're either underage, missing half their eyebrows, a walking bag of STDs, or a combination of all those things. I'm quite happy with my boyfriend, thank you very much.
Anonymous wants to know, which judge was your favorite and which one gave the best advice?
Tony, if you're gonna pander for compliments, there's no point doing it anonymously. My favourite judge was Gluttony, because she only ever complimented me. As for who gave the best advice, on one hand I feel like Letha really got me. She picked up on the things that I, made a conscious effort to do more than any of the other judges. But also, Lila lives in the same country as me, so, she could tell me where to get the right kind of this, or the cheapest that. So on that level, Lila was a really useful judge to have.
This one's from Anonymous. What would you have changed, if anything, during your time in the competition?
I'm really pleased with everything that I did, but I can't say that I was always 100% happy with the judging. So, in light of that, the thing that I would say that I'd change would be on the soap opera challenge. I wish that I'd spoken out more about my role in the production, because apparently I was only 3 points above Lexi that week. So if I told the judges, that it was my idea, and that I wove a lot of people's individuals' ideas together, and, that I helped steer it in the direction of a soap opera, and that I even wrote a little floor plan even, to get people's eyeline continuity right, then maybe that would have pushed me over the edge and I would have won. Maybe.
This anonymous asker does not have an actual question. They're saying, show something you didn't get a chance to wear during your time in the competition that you would have liked to wear.
Marcella's style is very to the point and sophisticated, and I don't feel like I got the biggest chance to show that off. So I want to show you something from my vast collection of cocktail dresses. This dress, I can only get about half on, and then it typically takes me about 15 minutes to remove. And as you can see, it's a lovely two-tone dress in my favourite colour, metallic.
Anonymous wants to know, whose team are you on for the finale?
Well, as I can't be the winner, then Lexi should. She has earned every single one of those stars through hard work and fabulousness. She deserves them. So I would be genuinely confused if Lexi wasn't the winner of TDR Cycle 9. I can't believe it's all over. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you so much for having me, everyone. It's been lovely taking part in Tumblr's Drag Race, and I'm really proud of what I've done, and I cannot wait to see how this ends. If you want to keep up with me, of course you do, then you should follow me on Instagram. My handle is officialmarcellafox, and you should follow me on YouTube. My handle is officialmarcellafox. This summer I'm going to be hosting Reddit's Lip Sync for Your Life Season 5, so you should definitely check that out. You can vote because it's all public votes, so you should send me your votes, participate that way, and you never know, you might be seeing a few familiar faces, hopefully. So I can't wait to get on with that. I really hope that you have enjoyed watching me on this season of TDR. This isn't the last you've seen of me, I'm sure. So, yeah. Bye. Mwah.
Thank you to Paprika, Phoebe and Marcella. We hope you have the best time outside TDR, and we hope you do super well wherever you go. Stay tuned for part 4, everyone, as you know, the final 4 are going to talk, and I think it's a pretty big deal. So, you know, I'll see you in a bit.